my name is Lou Del Monte, and welcome to Del Monte on Science. Today I'd like to just introduce myself and a new book that I've written. I'm a physicist, an author, and I'm also a CEO of Del Monte and Associates. The book is called Unraveling the Universe's Mysteries, and it's available at Amazon.com in both a Kindle and a paperback version. And it actually deals with some of the most perplexing mysteries of science. For example, and I'm just going to give you a few of the highlights, but for example, what caused the Big Bang? That arguably is the biggest question in science today. Is there a multiverse? You hear this a lot on television about parallel universes, parallel worlds. And that all comes under the heading of multiverse. Is there a multiverse? What evidence do we have? And I discussed that in the book, and I discussed there is some evidence that there is a multiverse. So it's a very fascinating area of science. What role does string theory play in modern science? You know, string theory has been around about 25 years, and it has its proponents, and it has its critics. And the biggest issue with that is put forth about string theory is that it really hasn't been experimentally verified. However, there are a number of things about string theory, and in particular M theory, that are extremely useful and really help us explain some of the mysteries of science. So that's talked about in the book, and quite a bit actually. A thing that actually many people find fascinating is time travel. And so there is a chapter on, is time travel possible? And I talk about time travel paradoxes. I've developed an equation, and this is original research that I've done, that looks at the relationship between existence, which I would define as movement in time, and energy, and that to move in time requires energy. And I actually have an equation for that, and I've done some correlation of that equation to experiments, and have gotten very, very close agreement to experimental results. Talk about dark matter and dark energy. People wonder, what are they? What's the difference between them? Are there other Earths? Are we alone? Is this the only planet like it ever? And that turns out to be a very big question. And just recently, this year, 2012, just this year, we discovered an Earth-like planet orbiting a sun similar to our own. And this planet is, in terms of cosmological distance, fairly close, 600 light years away. And that's considered close by cosmological standards. And it's about 2 or 3 times the size of Earth, but it's right in what's called the habitable zone, which means it can have liquid water on its surface. Are we alone? I think most scientists would say we are going to discover life probably within the next 20 years or so, if not sooner. Bacterial life at least. Sooner or later we might find intelligent life. But I think there's a lot of opportunity to find bacterial life on Mars near the polar caps. And from what we see about extreme life today on Earth, where they can live in extreme conditions, I think that we'll see some very startling discoveries in the next 20 years. What fate does humankind face? What's the ultimate fate? And that's discussed in the book. And lastly, there's a chapter on how does God fit in the equation? So I think this book actually addresses many of the current, the topical scientific mysteries, gives you the latest thinking on them, and I do present some original research as well. And I hope that you will avail yourself of a copy and that you enjoy it. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you.